Hey everybody, it's Jenny, and I am here with you today to share how I planned this week in my classic size happy planner. There's a look at last week with its kind of strangeness in that I chose a partially Halloween color palette and flowers to decorate in just sort of the Halloween spirit. Now this week I just decided that I was going to embrace it and I was going to decorate wholly and completely for Halloween. And I'm going to be using all of these stamp sets, including these little freebies that came with some bundles from Sweet Stamp Shop this summer. And I'm also going to use this alphabet set from Elle Studio. Now I'm sharing with you the shadowing from last week from that purple VersaFine ink. It does have a pretty heavy shadow and I wanted to share that with you. The black does not, but for some reason the purple does. It's not bleeding through. You can't see the actual ink. You can just see the shadow from it. Now I'm using a pigment ink from Studio Calico. It has this gorgeous mint green color and I absolutely love it. And I am using it with the Elle Studio alphabet stamps to stamp to do across the side right there of that bottom box. I absolutely love this alphabet set. It is really, really playful and fun, and the letters are all different sizes and different heights, and so it just really adds for that whimsical feel that if you have been watching in the past, you know I'm really a big fan of. I love to stagger my letters ordinarily anyway, and this alphabet set makes that incredibly easy to do. Now this pigment ink is a really beautiful color. I actually really like it a lot, and you'll see me using it more and more as we go in the future because I'm really enjoying it. I like the color and it's super easy to use. I've been very, very happy with it. I'm going to link all of these things up for you in the comments below or the description below, so that you will be able to check these products out if you are interested. Now I'm just going to do the abbreviation for appointments right here across the top of the top box, and that's just to, it's really more for decor than anything else. Obviously I know where I'm placing all of my appointments and activities and things of that nature, but I like having it there. I think I like the way that it looks a lot. Look how cute that is, right? With the little S and the other different size alphabets. I just think it's adorable. Anyway, I used my Post-it notes to write down the activities and things that we had for the week. I was going to use that big box, and then I decided that I was going to change it up based on the fact that I had a bunch of different activities to include, and I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of room. Now I am using the VersaFine black ink, and like I said, I don't have any issues with the bleeding or shadowing with the black. I mean, there's the tiniest, faintest shadow with the black, but it's really not that big of a deal, so I don't worry about it too much. Now I'm checking out how that monster is going to look hanging from the bottom, and watch this. I am obsessed. Look how cute that is, right? I can't get enough. I'm so excited. That is a stamp set from Sweet Stamp Shop called I See You. And truth be told, if you want to know the honest truth, you could do this with almost any stamp set. You really only would have to just ink up a portion of it. You don't need it to be half of the stamp set already. However, it makes it so much easier, and I'm just obsessed with how cute that is. Now I'm adding a couple of stickers from the Planner Junkie, and if you're not familiar with her stickers, you should be, because the paper is just so soft and lovely. The colors are absolutely beautiful, and then she's got really cute designs as well. They're super functional. I love adding them, and I think that they are just a really great addition to my planner pages. I'm going to put this half box there, and then I'm going to layer on top of it her little baseball sticker. This is one of my favorite techniques. I love it because I can write something smaller in the banner that goes across the baseball, but then I also still have plenty of room in the half box. It makes it totally customized to my needs, and I think that's really great. Now I'm going to stamp out my to-do list. I'm going to use my gray VersaFine, and not only am I going to stamp the 5 that come in the list, but then I will also stamp an additional little checklist, because on Monday I'm going to be on a field trip all day, and so I'm anticipating that Tuesday is going to be a quite busy day for me. Now I would like to say that I lost the square checklist. I'm going to go ahead and pull out all of my stamps out of my stamp boxes, and hopefully I'm going to find it. because I will be pretty sad if I don't have that anymore. Womp womp. Anyway, let's move on to Wednesday. As you can see, I am still just working off of those pre-planned lists or pre-planned activities and looking for other things that I need to do as well. But as you can see, I'm going through my Scraptastic Club, those checklist stickers, because I knew I would have like a soft pastel that would match with the rest of this, either the sort of peach, the light gray, the lavender, or the mint color. And so I just knew that I would have to have one somewhere, and I was right. Now I'm using that box again from Sweet Stamp Shop. It's really, truly one of my very favorites. It's so basic and so easy to use, and yet it has style and it looks good too. So I think that's really important for me because I want things to be crazy functional, but I also want them to be cute. So anyway, I'm pulling out another one of those little adorable monsters. Seriously, tell me that's not stinking cute. I love how it looks like he's peeking out from behind that box. It's just really so much fun, and I'm super excited about it. I'm going to ink up that phone that you see me often use on Wednesdays and add that in the Wednesday morning box right there. I think that's just so fantastic. I think that it really is just such a great stamp for me since I have a weekly phone call. If you had any video conferences or work phone calls, or if you needed to call someone or something like that, I just think it's great because you can write the information that's necessary right on top of the stamp. Now you'll see that I am using a lavender Papermate Flare pen this week, which is kind of different since I do ordinarily use black, but I really am excited about lavender right now. I think it's such a pretty color, and I mean, why not, right? I mean, it's only 1 week, so if I decided that maybe I'm not going to write with lavender, I can just go back to black next week. No problem. Now I am pulling out another stamp set. This is that sports stamp set from Studio Calico, and if you'll recall, there's actually not a baseball. I actually use the tennis ball for my baseball needs, but you know what? It's really not that big of a deal because the stitching can be very hard to see anyway, so I'm really purposely not worried about it. I think the stamp set itself is super cute, and it's got a lot of really usable stamps, so I prefer to just embrace the tennis ball and use it anyway, and the rest of the stamp set. Because like, look how good that game looks stamped right there inside that center. I'm very excited about it. So I think that I will continue to just go ahead and use it. Now I am moving on to the second half of the week, which is just crazy, isn't it? And I am flipping through those Planner Junkie stickers yet again. It's wonderful because there's lots of the color palette for me to choose from. And who even knew? Who knew that all of my Halloween pastel colors would be represented right here in this Planner Junkie color palette, right? So now I am going to skip ahead to Friday because I only have that one thing for Thursday. And I'm using that big, huge black box, which is just always a favorite. There's just so many ways to use it, and it always really works out well for me because I can put a lot of information in one place, which is what I needed right here because there is lots to make note of. Now I've inked up with my VersaFine ink the black, or that stamp, and with the black VersaFine, and I'm writing in the activity or the information that's needed for Saturday morning. Ugh, gotta get it all straight, am I right? And so I have that put down there in the morning. And so now you can see I have a nice large rest of the weekend to go ahead and decorate or add things as necessary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those Elle Studio alphabet stamps again and the mint green ink pad, and I'm going to write out the word weekend at the top of that bottom row of boxes. I'm super, super, super excited about it because it really works out in the end. I'm able to spell out weekend across Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now you'll see right there I had 2 ink blocks going. I inked up a letter that I didn't need right then. I actually needed a different one right then, but I didn't want to waste the fact that I had already inked up that stamp, so I just pulled out another stamp block and decided to just go with it. So anyway, I'm very excited about how I'm able to spell out the word weekend across those 3 days, and I'm very excited about how good it looks. Then, if you'll recall, on a design note, the visual triangle, so you can draw a nice triangle in between to-do, appointments, and weekend. So it just really all comes together nicely, and that mint color is just absolutely beautiful. So now look, it's all finished. I think it looks just super cute. And like I said, the varying heights of those letters just really makes it more whimsical and fun, and definitely resembles handwriting a little bit more as well. And I just think that's super. Now I have stamped out another to-do checklist for Thursday, and I'm really excited about having all of these different colors represented throughout the week. I just love it. It feels varied and fun, and again, I really like the color palette itself. I think that it's soothing yet has that nod to Halloween, and I'm very much a fan. Now those little peekaboo boxes that I just added there on Friday morning are some of my very favorites from the Planner Junkie. I absolutely love how you can write in there, you can stamp in there, you can add a sticker, whatever. I am actually searching through these stickers from Scraptastic Club, trying to find a clock or a watch, something like that, but I'm not actually able to find one. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to pull out my stamps from Sweet Stamp Shop and find the cute little tiny alarm clock stamp that I know that is in the set, and then I will just stamp the little alarm clock there instead. And actually it works out just fine because it fits perfectly and looks totally adorable. So I'm not even bothered by the fact that I could not find the sticker instead of the stamp. Now I am going to ink up that really, really cute little vampire with the pumpkin. Look how stinking cute he is. Now remember, this was a free stamp. Some of these are available in the Sweet Stamp shop. If I can find it, I'll link you to it. But it was a free one that came with the bundles that were released this summer, and I am not sure if you're still able to buy it. However, I am going to stamp a whole bunch of the really adorable little monsters from the stamp set across the bottom because, quite frankly, they are super cute, and I am so excited to have them right there. And I'm going to then add color to them in a little bit, and I'm very looking forward to that as well. I just think they are so adorable and playful and fun, and this really doesn't take in any more room than a row of washi would in terms of decorating. So if you're really much more of a functional planner, which is great because I consider myself to be completely a functional planner as well, you're just adding things to the activities and events and lists and just making them so much more fun. Seriously, look at those guys on the side of that. How adorable is that? I just think it's too cute. Now I am going to take a few Tombow dual brush pens. I've chosen a peach color, a mint color, a lavender, and a light gray. And I'm going to color in the monsters and just add a little bit of fun to the layout. Now, I absolutely could have left it plain because, truth be told, there's lots of color already on this layout. It's not necessary to add the color to the monsters, but I find it fun to color, and so I decided that I was just going to do it anyway because I enjoy it. And I think that's one of the processes of planning that I like so much, is that I'm able to keep track of all of the things. I'm able to make make sure that I get all the things done. I can make sure that everybody gets to be where they need to be. I can keep track of all of the things, but I can also just really have a good time and be creative as well and try different things. So right here, I'm coloring. I'm legit using a marker and I'm coloring. And you know what? It's fun and it makes my plans more interesting, and it makes me so much more likely to refer to my planner to see the cuteness that I've put there. So for me, it's like as much of a win-win as could possibly be. Now I'm not using quite as much mint green as I would have ordinarily since I used the mint green ink. So there's already quite a bit of it with the stamping, and so I decided that I would just use the mint green as a little bit more of an accent throughout this layout as I would coloring tons and tons of things in the mint green. even though I love it, the color is just absolutely stupendous and looks super cute. But I decided I was going to lean a little bit more heavily on the gray, lavender, and peach instead. So I am going to finish coloring these, and then don't forget that super cute ghost washi that I've been sharing with you for the last couple of weeks. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to use that as well because quite frankly, Halloween is almost over and my excuses for using ghost washi are going to be few and far between for the next year. So you know you're going to see it right here. So that's it for me this week. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment box below, and I will do my very best to get back to you. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.